Warning! If the topic of psychological manipulation and emotional enslavement of women offends you, I want you to stop watching this video. And if you want to continue, you must agree never to use this knowledge to hurt women. Deal? Great. Let's start. So, you have the phone number of a girl you'd like to attract. You went to a ton of effort to get her to exchange numbers with you. What should you do next then? You might be staring at an empty text screen, not having any idea what to say to her. You might be worried you're going to undo your hard work, or that she'll tell you she's not interested. These are both completely normal fears, and ones I've experienced many times. However, what if I told you there's a mind control technique which will make her fall head over heels for you? With just a few simple lines, you can get her to the point that she'll become emotionally addicted to you. And the good news? Yes, it works via text message too. Before I share with you how to use mind control over text, do me a favor. Click on the like button below because, well, you're liking what you see so far, and you'd like to see more of these videos in the future. Go do that. I can wait. Alright, let me first tell you a story. My life totally changed a few years ago when I discovered a book entitled The Shogun Method written by a man named Derek Rake. In The Shogun Method, I learned of a little trick which has skyrocketed my success rate with women to incredible levels. What we're going to do is use a technique I learnt in the Shogun Method which allows us access to a woman's subconscious. First, let me tell you about a certain vulnerability inside a woman's mind. You see, a woman may or may not believe what you say to her. However, she will never ever doubt the conclusions that she arrives to on her own. This means that if we can bypass a woman's rational thought process and appeal directly to her subconscious, she will believe the information we're feeding her to be her own thoughts. Therefore, to seduce a woman, you'll need to guide her to come to the conclusions that benefit you. To do this, you'll use a mind control technique called Implanted Commands. So what's an implanted command then? Very simply, an implanted command is a phrase which forms the part of a sentence which, if spoken on its own, would be a direct command. For example, try sending her this text. Sure, I can tell you that by replying to this text and agreeing to meet me for dinner will change your life for the better, but I'd rather you experience it for yourself. Or, you'll never know if by simply replying to this text, you'll be telling your grandkids about our first date one day. The phrases which surround the implanted command in each sentence will hide the command so that it goes undetected by her conscious mind. So in the examples above, the subconscious messages are agree to meet me for dinner and telling your grandkids about our first date. These messages are accepted by her mind without questioning because, as Derek Rake says, what a woman can't detect, she can't resist. See why these work like gangbusters? Excellent. Implanted commands are ideal for texting to women because the manipulator doesn't need to worry about delivery or body language. They can simply be delivered word for word. And guess what? These are only 2 of the 44 implanted commands found inside the Shogun Method. These can be copied directly or adapted to whatever your needs might be. What works even better is a combination of another mind control technique called fractionation with implanted commands, which will pretty much guarantee that she will fall in love with you in a snap. If you're familiar with fractionation, you should already know how powerful it is on its own. However, I do have to let you know that a mind control technique like fractionation can be easily abused, and indeed, there are psychopaths who deliberately use mind control to hurt women. And for this reason, we must control who gets access to this knowledge. So this is what you need to do. At the end of this video, you'll find an opt-in form for you to enter your name and email. Please use your best email address. And after you have entered your details, you'll be redirected to a new page with instructions on how to receive your very own invite to the Fractionation Online Masterclass. Remember to follow the instructions carefully to check if you qualify for the masterclass. Good luck!